Welcome to Fireside Yoga Studio. I'm just going to keep this fire burning all the time because the sacred fire is what keeps us going, and we have that within, which is so beautiful. And it's come up so much in the past year, that just our sacred fire, and it's related to the astrology of right now. I think I should do an astrology talk just for this group, and if people would be interested, that would be kind of fun. So I'll have to find out if people are interested in that. All right, I just pulled these two decks, the Animal Spirit and the Tarot. Does anybody have a specific desire? These are the two. I have like 12 different oracle tools that I use, but I figured I'd use these this morning, or one of them. I'm going to pull the animal card for now. It's just, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the animals. It's funny, on each day, it's like all of a sudden I'll get like an impulse and I'll know which kind of divinity tool to use. It's like it pulls me towards it. And I usually pick a tarot card also every day. All right. We got the crocodile. Ooh, maybe we need to do the crocodile pose today. So the card looks like this. It's a water card. The crocodile. I love his eyes. It's very pretty. And his scales. Let's see what this message has to give us today. I turned right to the page. I swear to God, I couldn't have done that quicker. I turned right to the page. So when something like that happens, that's like confirmation that I picked the right card, or do you know what I mean? And when I'm picking a card with people, and I've done this online all year because of COVID, when I'm doing my astrological readings, I always pick a card for people. And so like, this is like your energy too, adding into it. Crocodile, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. Wow, that's perfect for Friday, since the weekend is our 2 days off for this challenge. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. When out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. To bring into balance, rest. And then crocodile pose. All right. Well, I think that's a really good message for today. And just in that we're obviously having a rest of the challenge for the weekend, and some people will be making up the days that they missed on the weekend. But also in just that, like, I mean, to be honest, and I didn't want to talk about this much on these calls, but we are like being asked to go a little more inward again. Without like imposing like super strict rules in terms of quarantining, we're asked to take personal responsibility and go back into our homes, maybe like order out the food instead of go to the restaurants again, just momentarily, so that we can kind of do something about the virus and slow this surge. So I love that card for right now. And I kind of remember picking that card in one of my classes, one of my yoga classes online during the quarantine. So reserving energy, not stopping what you're doing, but just kind of like reserving energy and stepping into your power in a different way. So do any of you want to say anything about that? Do you have any feelings about that? Like of how that energy might be affecting you? Betsy, you look like you have something to say. Say something. I do love that, because I just think it's really important right now that we're really following our intuition. We're looking a little more inward, taking care of our families, taking care of ourselves, doing what we need to do to participate, yet being responsible. So, and reserving our energy. Because you could sit home all day and your energy can be completely drained just from what's happening externally. So it's like, how do you take care of yourself in order to create more energy and more power? It's funny, the word power came up in that a couple times, and last night when I was teaching, I was like, I feel like I'm stepping into my power lately because I feel completely different right now from Monday. Monday when I walked into this challenge, I was feeling really drained. I was feeling really like heavy, just heavy with even heavy with just mentally, emotionally. So after a week of working out every day with this group who are like engaged together, it just kind of feels like lighter. It feels lighter. And I'm feeling much more energetic. I woke up, especially with not drinking all week, I woke up without not the huge bags under the eyes, and more energy, less dehydrated, just all those things. So I really encourage you to drink lots of water, nurture yourselves, eat really well. We have most of the people on. So if you just came on, we were picking a card. We picked the crocodile card, asking us to just take a pause for a moment, be more internal, step into our power. And it doesn't mean that it has to be in the outside world, but maybe it's a little more in your internal world or in the world that you have at home. All right. Are you guys ready? So I don't have any music planned today, but I'm thinking I would love, and I might write this request on the Facebook group, private group, for people to post maybe some playlists and stuff that other people can listen to, which would be awesome. Hopefully we'll have time this weekend to work on that on my own. And I also wanted to mention one more thing, that I am on demand at Vim's website, VIM, Vim Strong, and I can post that in the group, but you can follow some how-to videos which show you how to do certain poses that you might not be sure about, just very elementary yoga poses, things like that. There's some practices on there if you're interested. So, and just know, these practices, we've done the 5 from this week, they're all on YouTube. Today's will be on YouTube. And you can go back to that whenever you want. You can finish this challenge, take some time off, and do it again. So it's yours. That's what you get out of doing this challenge. You also get to keep the challenge. So I hope that's helpful and useful to you. So if you'd like to put your music on, that'd be great. If you do have some weights, they can be useful for today's workout, but you don't need them. They're not necessary again. And again, you can use water bottles that are full, or you can use anything for weights that create a little bit of heaviness. And if your body is hurting, just do the workout a little lighter. Take the modifications and be really responsible in how you need to take care of yourself. All right? All right. Oh, good, Mariah. You made it. I love it. Awesome. So if you want to turn on your music, that'd be great. And then come to your mat. Oh, see, my mat is taken by a dog. We'll start with warm-ups. Okay, we always start these workouts with our warm-ups. Please come to the top of your space. Excuse me, Lunita. You're going to have to move out of the way, my love. All right. As you come to the top of your mat, take a moment to stand at the top of your space and find your breath. So breathing is so important in all this work, of course. We have to work on our breath so that we can fill our body with oxygenated blood. Inhale, lift your arms up. Tadasana, this is called mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step to plank. Hold plank for 5 breaths so you can really feel into your plank, into your feet. So even your feet on the tip of your toes, tailbone towards heels. Get your core to contract. That's it. Make sure that your phone is on mute. I think I have one of you that might not be on mute. That might be you, darling Sherry. Just so we don't hear your music for feedback. And then take your knees down. So remember, this is always a modified version of a push-up or a low plank position. Come all the way to the floor, point your toes back, open your chest, lift your chin, exhale, child's pose. Take a moment to breathe, feel your body today. Take a moment to recognize how your quality of energy is so that you can really work in a way that brings wellness to your whole body. So you don't want to deplete yourself. You want to bring wellness and energy. Inhale, come on up. Take your feet to the back of your space. Come into plank pose. So we'll do inchworm. It looks like this. Bring your hands to your feet. Come up to a standing position. Fold forward, walk your hands forward. Once you get forward, you'll do a push-up. If you want to, you can bring your knees down, lower into your push-up position. Come back up, lift your knees up, walk your hands back. And come up again. Come down. Okay, this time, we're gonna add something. From here, lean onto the right side, lift your left arm up. Place your left hand down, lean to the left side, lift your right arm up. Place your right hand down, push up. You are welcome to bring your knees down or not. Back to high plank, walk your hands back, inchworm. Lift up, fold forward, walk your hands forward. Lean into your right hand, lift your left arm up. An option is to bring your right knee down. Lean into your left hand again. Option, left knee down. This takes the weight bearing out of your shoulders. Again, you can bring your knees down for the push-up. Come back up, walk back. Let's do that 3 more times. Come forward, into plank, side plank, each side. Remember the knee down options. Low plank, back to high plank, and back to your feet. And again, walk forward, side plank, push up, walk back, come on up. Last one, come forward, plank, side plank. Again, please take the modifications that you would like to do today. Low plank, high plank, back. Downward facing dog, spread your toes, drop your head, gaze between your feet, press your thighs back. Feel the stretch here. Bring your right foot forward between your hands at the top of your space. Come up into a high lunge position, Bring your hands to your chest, turn to the right, and then take your hands forward, hands down. Downward facing dog, left foot forward. Come up into your lunge position, take your hands to your chest, turn to the left, back down. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Come up. Hands to your chest. Twist to the right. Forward. Back down. Second side, left foot forward. Come on up. Hands to your chest. Twist to the left. Back down. 3 more times each side. Feel the power in your legs. Feel the strength. Even when you're at home, all this power that you can create. It's like the crocodile. It's not saying to like rest and stop and do nothing. It's like, what can you do when there are other things that you can't do? Take your hands down. That's what I've realized through this pandemic and through the Zoom platform or whatever kind of platform that we're using, that we can be together and actually like still maintain our power by doing these workouts, by connecting. It's not even just about the workout at all. Good. Nice and strong in your legs. Twist. That's it. Warming it up. Are you warm yet? Last one. Right foot forward. Arms up, high lunge. Hands to your chest. Twist to the right. Take your hands back down. Down dog. Left foot forward. High lunge. Twist to the left. Hands down. Downward facing dog. Bring your left foot between your hands. Take your left knee down. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, straighten your right leg, fold forward. Inhale, arms up. Straighten, fold. Do 10 of these. We have 8 more left. The more you pull your toes towards your shin on the right foot, the more you'll feel the stretch in the right hamstring. We've got 6 more left. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold over your right leg for 3. And you don't even have to fold, and sometimes you need to prop your hands up on something. You could use books if you don't have bricks. 2, and release. Take your right leg back, downward facing dog. Bring your left foot forward between your hands. Drop your right knee down. Lift up your arms. 10 of these. Fold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fold over your left leg or just stay up right here like so for 3. You could fold like this too, also. 2, and 1. Bend your left knee, bring your right knee up. Take it back to downward facing dog. Press into your hands, drop your head. Walk your feet to your hands, top of your space. Halfway lengthen, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, drop your head. Inhale all the way up. Stand at the top of your space. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart center. Take a moment. Feel a little bit of gratitude for whatever it is that comes right into your mind. It's always nice to see what pops up. Take your hands along your sides. Inhale, lift through your arms. Exhale, up and over, forward fold, deep into your hip creases. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Flat back. Maybe hands need to come to shins to achieve that. That's fine. Exhale, step back, plank. Lower into low plank position. Hold low plank position if you can. Maybe the knees need to come down, maybe not. Hold here for 3, 2, and a 1. Come all the way down. Take your hands back. Press your feet into the mat, your front hip points to protect your spine. Lift your chest. Engage your glutes. Exhale, seat to heels. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Come into plank. These are called walking planks. Luna, go on, sweetie. You want me to I have to let her out. But I'm gonna show you the walking plank first. So you're in plank, and you're gonna walk your hands forward. You're gonna come way forward, and then you walk them back. So start doing that. I'm just gonna open the door for the dogs. Come on, guys. You go. Don't run away. Walking planks. So you walk your hands. So this builds the strength in your shoulders. And it's kind of nice because you're not doing the chaturanga or the low push-up, but you are building the strength in your shoulders. I'd like you to take your tailbone towards your heels and feel how your glutes are involved in this. Feel how your core is involved in this. So planks are really nice to build rotator cuff strength, shoulder strength. It's when we lower in the low plank that's a little more pressure on the front heads of the shoulders, or maybe even the entire shoulder. So you want to be careful with that when you're doing the push-ups, and maybe use the modifications, which include using something elevated like a couch. And sometimes you just have to sit those out if it's not working for you. Stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Return back into regular plank with your hands underneath your shoulders. Low plank position. Inhale, up dog, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. Come to your seat so we can do abdominals. Today's workout's about working the entire body. We've had different focuses. Today, the entire body. Here we're gonna work on the core. V-ups, they look like this. Come up, down. You're trying to get your legs straight, but it might not work. You can join me now if you haven't already. So, modifications here. Maybe bend your knees. You're welcome to bend your knees. You're touching your toes perhaps. Or you can bend your knees and come down like so. You can do any kind of crunches if you don't want to come up on your sits bones. your tush area. If that's bothersome to you at all, some people with tailbone issues, they don't like that. You've got 8, 7, 6, whew, last 5, 4, right into the core here, 3, 2, last 1. Ooh. Grab your knees, roll them out side to side, rock up to a seated position, cross your lower legs, take your hands down, downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward between your hands, come up to high lunge. These are called prisoner lunges. You'll hold your arms, your elbows, just like so, and you'll lunge down. Bring your left leg forward, take your right leg back, lunge down. And look at the bend of the knees, 90 degrees both. The left knee is not over the right knee. There, do the other side. 1 foot back, lunge. 1 foot back, lunge. So as you're lunging, tailbone forward, get your belly to press towards your spine, and shoulders will be over the hips. Clearly, I am breathing heavy. And maybe you are, I don't know. All right, keep it up here. So another way you could do this is you could take your weights to your shoulders and you can lunge with your weights. Same thing, prisoner lunges. It's a weird name, I know. All the names are like in the fitness world, like crack me up. Okay, last 5, 4, 3, I don't know how your legs feel, but mine have been sore all week. 2, in a good way, like that sweet soreness. Sweet pain, I call it. Last 1. Woo! If you have weights, you can use them for the next exercise. The next exercise are deadlifts. And they'll look like this. You'll land into one of your feet. I'm going to choose right for now. Press into your right foot. Arms down towards the floor. And then bring your foot back. You're welcome to bring your knee up if you want to or not. Back. So the left foot can come down completely to the floor or your knee up. Let's do 12 of these on each side. 3, 4. These are called deadlifts. 5. You can see that with the weights, I'm doing a little bicep curl here. We have 6 more. So remember, you can do straight leg like so and plant your foot down in between. That's a little bit more accessible than not bringing your foot down in between. Here's 10. You choose what's right for you. And it might depend on different things each day. Last 1. Awesome. Second side. Right foot back. Down. Right foot back and down. So if you have a sore back, I'd say no weights might be a good idea, as well as not coming down as low with your hands. Good. Breathe. And when you're working out, it's like yogic breath gets kind of thrown out because sometimes you need to breathe in and out of the mouth. But if you can breathe out of the nose, that's good too. Woo! I'm losing it. Last 3, 2, last 1. Bend your knees to place your weights down if you have them. Halfway lengthen, inhale. Exhale, take it back. Lower to low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come back into plank. Tailbone towards your heels. Walking plank. Hands forward. So I walk my feet forward for a second, but don't walk your feet forward. I just did that to get in the right position for the screen. So hands forward. I walk like 2 steps forward with the hands, 2 steps back. So it's a great way to work the upper body without the added pressure of the push-up. But those push-ups, I'm telling you, they will build so much strength. Don't give up on them unless if you're in pain from a shoulder injury or something, of course. I never want you to invite pain into your practice, because inviting pain into your practice is like courting suffering. And we don't want to do that. We want this to be fun. I want you to come back next week. Yes, keep it up. Squeeze your glutes, feel your core. This is such a full body movement here. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Come on down into your knees. Get ready for V-ups right away. We're getting right into it. Here we go. Lie back. 1, 2. So with the counting, you may not be doing as many as I'm doing, or maybe you're doing more than I'm doing. You can count on your own. This is not an exercise that you do on 2 sides. So you can't do too many or too little. It's just about you and about your core. And remember, there are modifications. You can bend your knee. You can even do crunches, like I'm showing you some crunches right now, that you avoid being on your sit bone or your tailbone if necessary. Take 5 more. 4, 3. So now I'm not counting time, I'm counting reps. 2, and 1. Woohoo! Cross your lower legs, plant your hands down, step back to plank, lower low plank. So adding in all these yoga poses in between to stretch it out. This time bring your left foot forward first. Come into high lunge. You can take your weights in your hands or hold your elbows. Bend your right knee about 90 degrees, both knees. Take your right foot forward, left leg back. Bend at 90. Good. Do 15 of these on either side. That was 2. Six. Here's 8. 9. You've got 5 more left. 10. 11. 12. Okay, last one. Beautiful. Take your hands down along your sides. Whew. If you have weights, you can use them again. You don't need them. If you do have the weights, bend your knees to grab a hold of the weights using your legs as you come up instead of your lower back. Okay, here we go. Let's start again with the left side lifting. Deadlifts. Let's try doing, we did 12 of these last time. Let's up the game here. Can you do 1 more than 12? Maybe do 2 more than 12. Remember, you don't have to come down as low if that's too much on your back. You just come down like a little, like that. That's enough. Here's 5. Even without the weights, you can do these bicep curls. So I counted, this is 8. I'm gonna try for 6 more to make 14. 1, 2, remember you can have your foot flat on the ground in between. 3, 4, 5, I was looking at the screen, I can't smile, and 6. All right, let's do the second side in 3, 2, 1. Ground through your left foot, lift your right leg back, and bring it up if you'd like. Just like so. Deadlifts. Feel that strength in your left leg. Power. Where can you dive deep for power? Woo! So you can count on your own. I'm on 8. Again, maybe you do 8 total. It's like, what can you do today? That's what matters. Can you meet yourself where you're at? Yes. I've got 2 more here. Last one. Beautiful. Bend your knees, take it down, come into plank pose. Lower low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Spread your toes, drop your head, gaze between your feet. Checking my time here, we have plenty of time. Okay, one more set of all these, walking planks. So 3 sets of all these. Here we go in 3, without much of a break in between. 2, 1, go. So we're doing this for about 30 seconds, by the way. First 10. Squeeze your glutes, feel your core. 20. Walking planks. Walk them out, squeeze your glutes, feel your core. Maintain such good structure that you're in proper structural alignment even while you're here. Like you would be standing in the top of your mat. Last 2. Last 1. Low plank. You can always bring your knees down. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Come down for V-ups. Get ready. We're gonna go in 3, 2, and go 30 seconds into this. First 10. Twenty. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in, come on up. Take your hands down, plank pose, low plank. Up dog, down dog. Woohoo! Okay, when you're ready for fun, I'm gonna change this up on you. You may grab your weights if you want to, you don't need them. Again, if you do have your weights, you can bring them to your chest. So on this one, you'll bend your knee, same thing as we did last time. So you had your weights here last time, you can keep them here, or hold your elbows up. I'm just gonna take the weights here actually. And then turn to the right, back, second side, right foot back, turn to the left, right foot forward, left foot back, turn to the right. Again, you can bring the weights to your chest if you prefer, your choice. That's how we did it in the warm-up. Good. This is the third one. 4. So it's a lunge, twist, back, forward. Twist, back, forward. Twist, back, forward. Good. Keep it up. Got about 5 more on each side. 4, 3, 2. I dropped the weights. I'm just doing the prisoner twists now. Last 1. Woo! Hopefully you feel a little burn in your legs. Take your hands down, Step back, move into plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. So we did a little stretch in between that time. We didn't do that last time. So if you let go of your weights, you can grab them now. Or you don't use them at all. Okay, last one of this 4 exercise set. Deadlifts. Here we go. Start with the left leg again. Left leg back, weights to the chest or hands to the chest. 1, 2. I'm gonna get Luna, keep going. 3, 4, 5. You might not be going as fast as I'm counting them. That is okay. Do what you can do. 7, 8. Let's get one more on this round to make 15. Here's 10, 11. I've showed this in some different ways. Remember, with the knee bend is an option. 13, 14, and 15. Okay, next side, here we go. Right foot up. 1, 2, strong left leg. 3, these are hard to balance. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I stopped for a second, 14, because I opened the door for Luna, so I had to reduce the amount of reps that I did. I have to make those up later. And last one, 15. Bend your knees, bring your hands down, and then shake it out. Awesome, way to go. All right, the next exercise I'll show it to you is ground to sky jumps. So while you're resting, you deserve a rest after 3 sets of those 4 exercises, super intense. So you have about a minute rest right now where I'll show you the next set of exercise for our sweat series. So this is warm up into a strength set, which we just did, now into a sweat, high intensity interval session. So the first one is ground, you touch the floor to sky jumps. Ground, touch the floor to sky jumps. The second thing will be ice skaters. So you go back with one foot, back with the other foot. If you can hop, lower the knee down, it's almost like a curtsy. Then you'll get a little more heart rate going, a little more metabolism boost. Toe touches look like this. You lie your back, feet up, touch your toes, down, touch. Core work. And then we'll do eagle crunches to finish it off. I'll explain it when we get there. Whew. I can barely breathe. I need 10 seconds so I can coach you through this. But one thing you can think of for the ground to sky jumps, some of you express like maybe a little bit of pain that you have in your body sometimes. If it's too much impact, just do ground, come up. That's it. You don't have to jump up, but you can. And when you jump up, you go ground, you can bring your hands up too if you want, and you don't have to. So you choose. Those are some modifications. You also don't have to touch the ground if it's too much in your hips and your knees. Here we go. We'll start here in 5, 4, 30 seconds on each of these. 3, last 2, and 1. This is just time here. 20, you've got 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into the ice skaters. Take it back. You can switch your arms. These are fast moving, this sweat sequence. You'll have a break after all 4, but not in between. There you go, keep it up. 12 seconds more. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Lie down on your back. Send your feet up. Here we go. Touch your toes. 30 seconds. See if you can actually touch your toes. That's the trick. Can you actually touch your toes? Halfway through. Now I'm sweating. I don't know if it's the fire or the workout. What do you guys think? I'm wondering. That's 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Woohoo! Okay, we're gonna do it again. You have 10 seconds in between. Catch a drink of water. I'm gonna throw a fire on a log on my fire here. Keep the fire burning. Keep the heat going. I'd love if you guys engage on the page, on the Facebook page, and tell me how these workouts make you feel, any kind of feedback, any kind of information or questions you have or can offer to the group would be awesome. Pictures, those are great too. All right, ground to sky jumps, go. Halfway there. I swear I'm dying. Woo! I wonder how you're doing. Keep it up. Woo! That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, skaters, here we go. I know there's no breaks in between on these. That's the idea. Really get your heart rate going. Kick up your metabolism for the rest of your day. You can do it slower if you want. Like I'm going slow motion now, just to show you and to give myself a break. 10 seconds more. You could go faster too. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Woohoo! Lie on your back. Toe touches. Checking you out, guys. You're doing awesome. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Touch your toes. 30 seconds. For those of you who are doing the follow-up video, sometimes I stop and look at the screen at everybody, make sure we're all on track, and sometimes I'm kind of checking in and making sure everything's okay on the computer. So you keep going while I'm managing that kind of stuff. Touch your toes. When I forget, I don't touch my toes. Last 6, 5, 4, pressure back down, feel your core. 3, 2, and release. Oh my goodness. Beautiful work. Oh, that was so good. Okay, roll up to a seated position so you can see me for the last exercise. These are called eagle crunches. So what you'll do is, a little ab finisher here. You'll lie on your back. You'll take your right leg over your left. Bring your knees to the left, your hips to the right. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers or tap behind the ears. Inhale, exhale, look towards your right hip. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. And feel how this works your external obliques, the side core muscles of your body. When you come up, squeeze and feel the external obliques. Squeeze. Squeeze. You want to work your side core, your front core, your lower core, your upper core. So the rectus abdominis, the outside muscles that you see like the 6 or 8 pack. And also, you want to work lower than that, the transverse. All right. Bring your knees up, hips down. Inhale, exhale, knees to elbows. Inhale forward, exhale, knees to elbows. Inhale forward, exhale. You're welcome to lift your hips up. I think we did this once before this week. So you might remember it. Right leg is still over left. Come on up. Crunch. Again, you can lift your hips up when you're crunching knees to elbows, and that gives an added lower abdominal contraction. That's it. 8 more. 7. 6. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, second side, left leg comes over right leg. Eagle up your legs, just left leg over right, like so. Take your right foot down. Bring your hips to the left, knees to the right. Hands behind ears, inhale, exhale. External oblique work. Side core, feel it. Good. So I counted 16 of these. You could do, 12, you could do 10, you could do 4, you could do 44. You can choose. It's your choice. Beautiful. Last 6, 5, final 4, last 3, 2, squeeze it in 1. Don't take your left leg off your right. Keep your thighs in the same position. Inhale, exhale up. 1, 2. So you're kind of straighten your leg, not a lot, but when you release your foot towards the front of your space, straighten your legs a little. You can add that little added hip lift. Maybe do a couple of those. Feel what it feels like in your lower abdominal region. That's it. Let's take 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Ooh, lift it up, take your head down, hold your knees, roll them forward, out, and then back towards you. Do that a few times. Feel your core and how much it worked. Take your feet in your hands and take Happy Baby. So Happy Baby can be done by holding the outer feet or holding the shins. Decide which is better for you. I kind of like shins because it's not as intense, and sometimes I need to reduce the intensity. If you like, you can straighten one leg, release it to the ground, and bring your one knee in. So say right knee in, left leg's on the ground. Take your head down. Twist your right knee to the left. Just feel the twist. And then when you're ready, take it to the other side. So good. I love how it turned straight to that crocodile page. So I'm going to read this again for those of you who missed it. It's just the animal spirit cards. I picked the crocodile for today's class. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, and cooling off. I need to cool off. I'm sweating a lot right now. I wonder if you guys are sweating too. The crocodile reminds us to take a step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. I love that. Hopefully you've taken the second side and twisted in that direction. You are done for the day. Thank you. Danielle, you had asked me about doing extra yoga poses. I'll save that for next week for sure. I may even add a yoga class to this group, like a pop-up class, just to stretch and kind of like as an antidote to this strength training. It might be nice. So if that's interesting to you, please just say so in the chat to let me know. And otherwise, I'm staying on right now to answer any questions you might have or to have a discussion. I guess the crocodile said not to discuss. Well, we can discuss this. Diet. So any kind of diet questions you have, intermittent fasting, carb cycling, any of that, if you're interested, I'm here.
That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danielle.
We'll see you on Monday.
Are you sweating at all?
You know, the only reason I'm not is because my basement is so cold. When I come down here, it's almost good, but I had to take my sweatshirt off. So yes, I definitely got warm.
I have my fire next to me, so I'm like, I always have that going. So I create a lot of heat.
If I did, I would be a mess, but it's kind of a benefit in the winter. It's freezing, so it's good.
Awesome. Yeah.
See you on Monday.
Thank you, sweetie. Good job.